Cheers and happy Tuesday. This is the bonus episode of the Life of a Fit Pro podcast. I'm your host, Andra Anderson, and let's spill some tea. Take a sip. So good. All right, what are we spilling the tea on today? My friends, so this week on the Fit Life podcast, I keep forgetting the title of it. Is that so real? The Life of a Fit Pro. There it is. This week on the Life of a Fit Pro podcast, I talked about value mining. So I am a certified life and engagement coach in addition to other certifications, and part of that includes coaching people and being coached. And one of my favorite activities to do in a coaching session, particularly with a new coaching client, because this is a very foundational, I think, kind of session, is discovering your core values. Now, you might be saying, look, I know what I value. You do. The cool thing about coaching is that it's not like revolutionary uncovering. It's like you've had this information inside you and it's bubbling up to the top, or it is the first time that you've said it out loud. It's the first time you've admitted it to yourself. It puts it into words and it helps you look at it from a different perspective or a different angle. The information that is brought out in coaching is inside you. You have all the answers. You are the expert. And my job is to ask powerful questions and help you reframe your perspective so that you can live your best life. That's what's up. That's amazing. I love that about coaching. I wanted to share, so the tea that's related to coaching is uncovering my core values made me quit my job. What? Okay, so I started the coaching program back in fall 2024. And it was something fun to do. I love gathering certifications. I love knowledge. I love learning. I love growing. And this was a great opportunity to do that. I'd heard amazing things about the program director and founder, who has since left to go start the program at the Naval Academy, Baller. She's just amazing and such a kindred spirit. And it's actually through the campus where my husband works. So extra bonus, I got to do this program for free. So that was amazing. And that was another little push for me to do it. And when I did it, I had the first 2 classes were in person, and it was like a whole weekend of coaching. I even stayed overnight, not that far from home, but I really wanted to immerse myself in the experience of coaching. And it was 3 8-hour days back to back, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And it was amazing. It blew my mind. And in the first class, the first weekend, maybe even the first day, we did value mining. And if you want to try this exercise yourself, go check out the Life of a Fit Pro podcast from this week, where I talk about value mining. I actually walk you through the activity that I use. And I mean, if you really want to dive in and get some personalized information and tips, then sign up for a coaching session. That's what's up. Okay, so that first weekend, we did the value mining. I discovered my values are creativity, flexibility, and energy. And then we coached other people on it. I think I coached two, 3, maybe even 4 people just on our core values. And that's really fun too, to get coached by different coaches, because they might ask different questions and help you realize different information. And from those coaching sessions, I discovered that I didn't want to stay at my job. It was a really scary but honest moment. And after that first weekend, I started making a plan. I was like, look, these are my values, and my current employer, my current job is not fulfilling these values. Parts of it definitely fulfilled those values. I was pretty independent in the school I was in. I was able to be creative, but all of those things, my creativity, my flexibility, and my energy were continuously questioned. It was like, well, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? We don't need to do that. You don't have to do that. And like those were the things that were me. And that's what made that program so great, was because it was me doing them. And I realized that weekend as I was getting coached on my values. And I decided I want to craft a plan to work toward creativity, flexibility, and energy for myself. I wasn't ready at that point to take the plunge and be totally fitness, coaching, all of those things. I'm still not. I have a plan now. I'm still not there. I think that's what I want. I'm still working on coaching with, I'm doing some barter coaching with some other fellow coaches to kind of like keep talking through this. But I think that's what I want, but it's also kind of scary because I've never done that. I've always had 2 jobs. I've always had the fitness business and a full-time job. So talking through it was like eye-opening, and I discovered, you know what? Maybe I'll try a different job. Maybe one that allows me to be flexible, maybe one that allows me to turn off at the end of the day that I don't take home with me. And for the most part, I've been there a little over a year. For the most part, at this new job, I don't take things home. There have been a couple of instances where I see my old self kind of creeping back in, and I have to like have a little time out. I'm actually getting coaching on it, just to see like, can I put up these boundaries and be flexible for myself, and allow myself to have the energy that I deserve. And particularly this year, like I've been working with a couple of coaches, crafting a plan for myself to play with the idea of having fitness and coaching be a full-time thing. Every time I talk about it, it feels more real and it feels more likely. And that's where I'm focusing my energy and creativity on at the moment. So if you see weird things pop up with fitness or coaching, like I'm just like trying everything. I'm trying everything to see what sticks. And I'm leaning into me. And I part of it too was, the job that I had previously, maybe I was able to shine these values, but I was doing it for them, and I want to do it for me. I want to be creative for me and for you, for my clients. I want to use energy for me, for my workouts, and also for you and your workouts and your well-being. And I want it to be flexible in that I'm not stuck doing the same thing every day, all day, every day of the year. That to me is absolute torture. For some people, that is absolute heaven. They're like, yes, I just want to do the same thing. But for me, no. And that's probably part of the reason I've taught at Washington College for 17 years, because it's a semester and I get to change it up. We get to change it up, which is amazing. I love a little bit of change. I love consistency with a little bit of change. I like to try things, see how they work. Some things stick, some things don't. And I want to be able to change it up if I need to. And that's always been my MO. It's something I've always wanted to do. So yeah, that's my plan. That's my T. Think about what coaching might be able to do for you. I've had other people that I've coached with or coached them make significant changes in their lives as well, whether it's personal or professional. And sometimes that's what you need. You just need to say it out loud. And it's not therapy. I'm not giving you advice. You won't get any advice from me. It's all you, what you want. I have no attachment to the outcome. Like that's all whatever you want it to be. But I'll help you uncover it. I'll help you lean into your truth. I'll help you discover what's important to you and what to prioritize. And maybe you'll walk away a little lighter, a little more fulfilled, a little better direction, which is what I feel after coaching. I feel like I have such better direction. I have a timeline. If I do decide to break free from a different job where I am contributing my creativity and my energy, I'm outputting a lot more than I'm getting in. I have a plan. And that for me at this point is enough, a plan that I'm working toward. And maybe at that end of that plan, I decide to stay because I like money and I like a solid job and I can see the benefits of doing both. I'm actually thinking about doing a total podcast on how my full-time job funds my fitness business because I think it's eye-opening, and I think we are really leaning into this gig culture, this consultant culture, which I love. Like, that's my goal. But there are also perks to not doing that. So I want to talk about those things. So stay tuned. And if you think you need some coaching in your life, which you do, I had no idea that I needed it, but I did, and I still do, and I'm still getting coached. I'm still coaching other coaches, which is so much fun. Let me know. Hit me up. Let's schedule a 30-minute coaching call. We can do some value mining. We can do some other exercises. I have a great activity called the Life Bridge, which maybe I'll do another podcast on, and we'll go from there. And as they say, that's the tea. Thank you for joining me for this bonus episode of The Life of a Fit Pro, and I'll see you next time. Bye.